So could you start off by telling me a bit about your role at Cockle Park?
So I'm the director of farming, and I manage or responsible for all farming activities across Newcastle University. Um, we farm 3 blocks of land. Cockle Park is one of those, and then we have Nafferton and Euston. In terms of activities there, we have a sale breeder finisher unit, and the arable base is sort of nominally at Cockle Park. And then we run young stock from the dairy. So like I say, in terms of farming, I'm responsible for everything farming up there. I do have some oversight of research and teaching, but that's more along the some of the site management and other bits and pieces that go along with that.
Just a very quick overview of the farm, if that's okay.
So this is Cockle Park. Starting with the extremities, we have a site here, and these are the hydrologically isolated plots. So they will record all surface runoff water and anything that drains the soil profile, and it catches that in two different pots. We have here a Cosmos station. Now this is a weather station and also records soil moisture. That's one of a series of about 30 across the country, and they report on soil moisture and soil moisture deficits. We have, it's not marked just yet, a weather station about here and another one about here, along this piece of land here, and a couple of others dotted about a number of boreholes. I think we have 21 boreholes on the site. This area here that my mouse is sort of the main farm area. The pig unit covers that square there, and then there are some other sheds with other livestock and machinery and workshop area. The farm also has some buildings at this end of the farm. This end of the farm is called Broomy. This area in the middle here is the research area, and there are several new buildings going up. If we look at these ones here, these are the sort of poultry sheds. This is Seed Island Prue in here, and there's another building about to go up in here. Through the middle here is the teaching and sort of research labs, etc. In this area here, it's not marked yet, are 10 or 12 beehives. And there's a researcher that does a fair bit of work with bees at Cockle Park. And then I think it must be this block here. This is the infamous Peel Tower.
What do you think has been the best addition to the farm, kind of to facilitate with livestock research and teaching?
I suspect in probably pure research terms, it's this building here, the Seed Isle, which is a building that is highly censored, highly flexible, and can take a lot of readings from animals in various different guises. In terms of farm and productivity, it's probably this building here, which is what's called the PRU, or the Porcine Research Unit, and that has got NEDAC feeders in, which record the weight of the pig, how much it takes, and then you can look at growth rates, any health issues, that sort of thing. We've had all the software upgraded into that, so I can look at everything remotely.
And in addition to the Sea Dial building, you've also got the pig unit next to the anaerobic digester. Is research carried out there as well, or is it just kind of housing and farming?
What we have tried to do, we're involved in a project there around precision pig. So they are taking data. So a lot of the buildings are dated up in terms of monitoring for temperature and humidity and the environmental factors. We've also put a lot more data recording into the pigs in terms of individual recording, etc. So we are taking more data through the unit than perhaps other pig producers would do. Although it is a commercial farm on the face of it, we do try and take a lot of data so it does support other projects going forward.
Fantastic. And I've also been reading about the Longhorn Heritage Beef Project. What kind of benefits do you expect to see from that? What was the aim for the project?
So there were a couple of things around that one. The reason that Longhorns were picked was probably for the market opportunities for the beef at the end of the day. The underlying principle of that, there are still one or two that come through, but our aim was to eliminate bull calves being born within the system and to maximise revenues from our beef animal, and we wanted to be able to sell them in a good market for them. Interestingly, they were going to go to Butlar on their calf scheme, but we've actually retained them because we have a mob grazing project coming up starting this year for 3 years. 20 calves will be sold into a different market that we plan to do it, but that's sort of a good thing because it's a research project that's retained them rather than the farm saying that actually we're going to take it. So in terms of ethically and morally and actually good practice, it's we've gone down that route.
So Cockle Park has also got an anaerobic digester and CHP system. And what kind of benefits do you see with the installation of that?
Well, although it's there and installed, the decision has just been made to actually close it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not operational and up and running. There's a little bit of work and thinking to do about that. Be another energy system, I suspect, goes up there, and they're looking at options around that, probably around hydrogen, but I don't know. So there's other things going on. The AD unit was about 15 years old and went in with very old technology. And so the efficiency of it just wasn't good. And actually all the research had been done. And it's one of those that it got put in at a size and scale for research and not commercial. So the decision was taken, rather than to keep spending money on it, to close it and move on with the next phase of that renewable energy, that green energy work, which is where the engineering lot are thinking at the moment.
In regards to sustainability on the farm, how do you think Cockle Park kind of compares with other mixed farms in progress in sustainability?
In terms of the arable system, we probably jumped ahead of most farms a couple of years ago in going down the direct drilling route. So we've jumped ahead. We've put in a big stewardship scheme across both farms, Nafferton and Cockle Park. We are looking at some of the agroforestry platforms, etc. So in terms of that sustainability, we have those factors. We have sort of jumped to where we need to be. We've updated all the precision kit across the farm. We are more efficient with our inputs, so we are using less to get the same amount out. We have also started to challenge researchers with looking at projects around net zero. We do have organic certification, and we do have our red tractor on the arables, pigs and dairy. And our plan is to go leaf mark across the farm.
Amazing. And also I was reading some news articles, and I read that your kind of aims for the farm were to establish it as a centre of excellence for research and teaching. Do you think that these aims have been accomplished or are on track to be accomplished?
What we're trying to do at Newcastle, I haven't seen it done anywhere else. So it's that blended commercial and research, and that sort of systems approach rather than very specific bespoke researches. So we're trying something a little bit different. And we're not there yet because I suspect I probably naively thought when I said that I'd get it all done within 3 years. And I think it's probably a 5 to 10 year project, but we certainly started down that route. And so really we'd like to run a lot more student projects running on the farm. That'd be the next phase. And then aligned with that one is to bring more commercial partners in to the farm and the way that we run, and to help with investment, and to give some value to students. I'd like to think that if you came back in sort of 2 or 3 years' time, you'd see a lot more students, a lot more student projects on the farm, and what we're trying to do on the farm to be more innovative and challenging on the farm rather than being a facility that just sits there.
Fantastic. And just my final question is just, how do you see Cockle Park in the future?
In my mind, that what I want to see when I leave the university is a good farming unit that's modern, well invested, well equipped, and has plenty of student challenge, plenty of student activity, and we're known for it. So they're sort of be my measures of success. That's what I would like to leave behind when I stop working for Newcastle University.